hey, I can pay for a lot of therapy.
Fuck it, dude. That's what I'm saying. I could be a fucked up millionaire. You know what I mean? Sell me some guns, some knives, some dynamite. Don't sell me a fucking dance. You can stick that dance up your ass.
Did he really get it chubby when he started doing that?
No. The one
with Jack Nicholson, Departed. Yeah,
Departed. Yeah, he was good.
Seriously, guys,
right,
listen to me. I'm in the conversation.
Yeah.
Stick around, 'cause I am coming back. And I know someday I'm gonna make it better.
We talk about shit we talk about anyway. Just sit here.
Seriously.
That's the plan. That's the dream. But anyway, all right, let's get to the show. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. I am John.
I'm Nick.
And I am Jamie.
Welcome back, boys.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited. I know you two are tired as fuck, but I'm excited.
I'm fine. I had a nap today.
You had a nap?
Jamie had a nap in his car, so we're good to go.
Yeah, I'm not as tired as Nick. That's why I'm not even going to complain.
I know, you know.
Nick's a fucking
I don't know, man. He just doesn't sleep anyway. He might be
You're
the
tired, man.
No, I feel bad. He's got some shit, man.
So, Nick,
he's got to get...
You weren't able to join the podcast last week with very, very good reason. The boys came home. Your twin boys came home, Carson
Yes.
and Luke came home, and it's busy. It's very busy. I can imagine.
Very busy. Very busy. It's like busy, but not. Does it make any sense? Because babies, they don't really do anything. They sit there and they don't do much. They
don't do anything. That's why you're busy.
Yeah,
but there's two of them, and then you also have a 3-year-old that used to get all our attention.
Yeah,
and it's not. And she hasn't been too bad, but you can tell that it's affecting her dynamics. So,
Sure.
So you're trying to cater to that, and you have a wife that, God bless her soul, she's doing everything she can, but it's just, it gets to you after a while.
You're outnumbered, you two.
Man, like I said, this is the first time I've really been out, except for going to the grocery store earlier today.
Yeah, you went from one-on-one to zone, dude.
Exactly. So it's been tough, but it's we're going to get through it.
Well, I'm glad. Selfishly, I'm glad that you're back. I know that the boys are going to require a ton of attention.
Trust me, I had to make sure all my ducks in a row before I came out. I had to do scheduling with you guys to make sure I could get here. And sorry about the later time, but I had to do it during the feeding, in between intermissions of feeding, so I couldn't leave my wife out there hanging.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, the thing is that we're all married guys that are having and had kids. I've been through it. Jamie, you're still going through it. How old's Cullen? He's what, year and a half?
Year and a half, yeah.
Year and a half. And now you got the 2 newborns.
Yeah.
So, we'll make it work. We'll make it work one way or the other. We did have some pinch hitters in last week. I don't know if you guys got a chance to
I didn't get a chance to listen to it. I do want to check it out. It's the fastest one you ever released, though. I'll say that, though.
Well, they have a bedtime.
No, what I mean is...
The fastest as in like recording and releasing?
Maybe because there was no curse words in it. They're just like, get it out.
They didn't have to cut out any racist comments.
Right?
No, I was really happy with the boys. The boys did a really good job pinch hitting for you guys. They were totally stoked about it. I didn't even think about it. I thought, maybe I'll just do a 15-minute quick blurb to make sure that we're on point as far as releasing every Thursday. That's a big thing that I think we should always keep on top of, which is making sure we're on steady.
Well, I was talking to my buddy Mark this week. He's like, just tell John if you ever need somebody in a quick thing, and if I'm around, just text me. And I'm like, I don't know.
I should do that. I should just keep.
Because you got Jerry and Mark that's been on the show. If there's like something like where we can't do it one week again, because there might be again. His job, the way the weather works.
Yep.
And in my situation, you might need somebody just to pop over.
Dude, that was fucking bullshit too. By the way, fuck the snow.
They got that so fucking wrong.
That shit's fucking bullshit.
A coating.
So we're in Pennsylvania, right? So we're in this northeast slush belt, right? It's like this weirdest thing because it's like if you were in Minnesota, you're in North Dakota,
you're getting snow.
You're getting blasted, and you're like, We got this.
We're used to this. It's going to be all snow. It's not going to be freezing rain.
Dude,
it's not going to be in the middle.
People have it all wrong too. Like people get pissed off when we over prepare and they say it's a big storm. I rather much rather them fuck up that way than the way they fucked up the other day, because they fucked up and then PennDOT was screwed up.
Schools were screwed up.
Yeah, Maryland was fucked up. Delaware was fucked up. Like they didn't. Although PennDOT, driving through all 3 states, PennDOT sucked.
So you came. So just to
I came from Maryland all the way up, and Maryland was the fucking worst. I mean, PA was the worst. They sucked.
So give everybody some context, Jamie. You're a heavy machinery mechanic for what's the company, or what? Not, you don't have to name names as far as company, but what do you do?
I work on heavy equipment.
Heavy equipment.
Yeah.
And you usually do it for road work, right?
Yeah, I'm on the road. So I'm like out on the road, like traveling a lot of miles. And I'll tell you what, man, PennDOT shit the fucking bed. hard. Like I was driving through and it was like slow or whatever, but like Maryland was on top of their game. Delaware was on like top as much as they could be, because the weathermen fucked that deal up too. By far the worst.
1 to 5 inches.
Yes. So I'm heading up and like Maryland's moving slow, Delaware's moving slow, and then fucking you hit PA and it's fucking red lights.
Well, maybe it's because they got more snow.
I don't know.
I'm just
Good point.
I'm telling you right now though, they like barely fucking plowed.
Yeah.
Like
no, it was a mess.
95 was disaster.
Well, good on the
202.
Get on the turnpike, and I'm trying to like wrap my head around, like, okay, especially on the turnpike exits, they didn't plow the fucking ramps.
They plowed the roads, not the ramps.
All the tractor trailers were like stuck on that one ramp. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like that's where the plow trucks hang out.
Yeah.
You telling me you couldn't run the fucking plow through there? I'm no genius, but damn.
You know what always bothers me about snowstorms? You see these plow trucks going by, they don't have their fucking plows down there. Like, dude, what? I get it. You're not being paid to do this area, but fucking do it anyway, man. Yeah. You're just driving past it. Just put it down.
Dude,
it drives me nuts.
And the thing is, there's independents, man, that would just jump all over that money, man. I remember being in Vermont, in Killington, skiing. Bunch of dudes got.
Look how on it they are with their fucking roads.
That's exactly where I'm going, man.
On it.
Yeah, we went up there. And it was like the blizzard in 95 or one of the big storms where they were shutting down the interstates in the New Jersey, the tri-state area.
Is that the 96 one where we got the 30 inches here?
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
When they said 1 to 3 and we got 30. I went outside and I was shoveling, me and my friends. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
We're like, oh, it's only going to be like 3 to 4 inches. We'll go shovel. We shoveled a bunch of houses, and on the way back, the parents are like, a couple hours later, are you going to finish the job? We're like, what the fuck?
Dude. Yeah, it was brutal. Guys up there who were skiing, they were bitching because these guys would go out west and go ski powder in Colorado and out in Vail and all that. And they were like, man, we barely are getting anything in Vermont. And we wound up getting snow while we were there, but they're going, these are guys that had pickup trucks that could just clip on a plow and make a killing. They're like going, I'm missing out on so much fucking money. And the whole irony of it all is that, you know, there was no snow and ton of snow down here. The crazy thing is, to your point earlier, Jamie, is that in a couple days they got hit so much to where the drift was 5 feet up on the sliding glass door in the back of this condo.
And they still did an excellent job.
Next day, roads were fine. Get it out,
dude. The best comparison I can make to what Vermont is they're like Disney with trash in the amusement parks. Like you don't see a speck of fucking gum
you don't.
or trash. You don't see a speck of
tens of thousands of people. You never see shit
on the fucking road. And I'm telling you, like, I'm not saying you have to be like that, but the other day was fucking ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know who the fuck dropped the ball on that.
And it's a bit of a chain reaction, right? There's a snowball effect, no pun intended, but there's a snowball effect where it's like if you have poor communications with the school buses, right? And then the school buses are all out in force, and it takes each one of the school buses an hour and a half to do their normal route because the roads haven't been plowed properly. then it's like ba-boom, 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 ba-boom.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, your 20-minute drive has turned into 2 hours.
Yeah, and I get you can't get the back roads and shit,
Yeah.
but you can get the fucking major highways.
Well, it was poor communication all around.
That's
like, the school district we're in, they had a 2-hour delay that day anyway for in-service. Then the kids went to school at 10:30. An hour later, like, oh, we're releasing
we're shutting down.
Cindy,
like, what the fuck?
dude, Cindy called that, man. Cindy was like, man, I know I'm gonna get these kids in school, and then I'm gonna turn around and they're gonna call it. And they did. And it was messy, dude. It went from heavy snow to that freezing rain shit.
Dude.
And it was nasty.
You don't even have to tell me, because when I got home,
You had the shovel.
dude, the fucking snowblower took a shit. I'm out there fucking fixing the cocksucker. Needless to say, the new one showed up yesterday, the other day. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and then it shit halfway through, and rained on snow is
Heavy as fuck.
that was a cock.
It's a backbreaker,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you see my driveway, right? I got the boys out there.
Damn right.
I got them out there. I got them working. Man,
They're
Yeah.
5 minutes in. It's
Dude,
I need a break.
I was on the verge of holding out a piece of cardboard that said, "We'll give out blowjobs for somebody to fucking plow this bitch."
were you moistening up your lips?
Yeah, damn right, dude. I had my O face on.
Yeah, so that was one of the two reasons why you guys weren't able. Great reasons why you guys weren't able to show up. And like I said, the boys, they live here. They don't have to drive anywhere, so it was easy to get those guys on board. And the thing is, I wasn't even thinking about, like I was saying earlier, I was like, I'll do quick 15 minutes, just do a quick shout out, maybe some movie updates, and just to spike the ball and say we did one for this week. And I think it was Noah, my youngest, said we could go on. And then I remembered the show we did a little while ago.
Dude, I heard him start talking about like video games. I'm like really interested.
Did you really get it chubby when he started doing that?
No, I was like, I'm interested on his take on stuff because like,
Because he's a kid.
yeah, because they know about like all the new stuff. Like, granted, I'm not in that Fortnite shit. I think that
You tried it. I know you said you
I
tried
don't
it.
like it at all. I don't like I think,
it's starting to wane on Noah.
yeah, I don't think
Because
because
it never ends.
Yeah.
well, it's not even that. I'm telling you, the way I mean, granted, it's obviously smart as shit. They marketed the shit out of it, the V-Bucks, and kids are more interested in buying the dances and your skins and all that shit.
Than actually the game. It's like, I didn't understand that. I'm watching my stepson play, and I'm like,
Like, aren't
why
you
are
interested?
spending money on
Brilliant.
this?
Yeah, and like I was saying, like the melee kills, that makes no fucking sense.
What do you mean melee kills?
All right, so like, say you had to build that is what I don't like about
Build
it. It's
bridges
building
and all-
the fort and all that bullshit, right? So you can build a
Fortnite.
fucking fort, and then
Jamie.
someone come what?
It's in the title.
Yeah, I know,
Fortnite.
Fortnite. But no, but I'm saying what happens is someone comes up on you. And you
Yeah.
don't switch your weapon or whatever, and you use the pickaxe. Mm-hmm. You know how like on other games the melee kills, it's like almost instantaneous, which makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
This one you can whack this asshole.
No, you gotta work on it.
Yeah, you can whack this asshole with a pickaxe like 50 times, and he pulls out a gun and shoots you, and you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
You lost me. I'm out on that.
He's got armor, man.
I don't give a shit.
He got
That's-
cool graffiti.
Fuck those dances. I don't give a shit. Like, sell me some guns, some knives, some dynamite. Don't sell me a fucking dance. You can stick that dance up your ass.
Dude, I wish I could defend your position, but here's the guy that's over $500 into that goddamn game. I mean, granted, it wasn't like I pulled out my checkbook and said, "Here's $500
You
bucks."
just kept like,
Yeah, okay,
$5 here, $5 there.
But what I'm saying is,
Nickel and
if
dime.
you knew that, like, wouldn't you rather them buy like a cool gun or something like that?
I'd rather him buy a PlayStation or an Xbox
Yeah,
or something.
but
I see your point.
Yeah, like then buying like, hey, dude, I just bought a new outfit. Like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit? I give two fucks.
Well, yeah, you're
I
right.
agree
You know
with
what?
dude. You're speaking exactly.
So-
That's why I was out.
That holds true, man. Because
PUBG's better.
yeah, well, a lot of people feel that way.
PUBG is better.
Yeah, but the dollars and cents don't say it's
No,
better.
I'm with you. I'm just saying, game wise, it fucking shit's better.
Well,
They
so
gave it
it's-
away. That's
it's like
what it
anything
was.
else. You're the first one out there. Sometimes the first, even though if something else comes out that's better, the first
Yeah,
one out
listen.
there is going to grab it.
Well, you get to learn off of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I get they
you know?
did. I mean, I can't say because the numbers say it all, but I'm just saying.
Ridiculous.
I just think it sucks. I don't like
What do you
it.
think those guys are doing with all that money? Just doubling down into the company?
Dude, and I'm telling you, they came out with another Fortnite the other day. So
They have
like,
to come out with a different game.
Well, they
can't
keep,
coming out
they
with the same
keep
thing.
coming out with like Fortnite, but then they put like a stupid twist on it. It's like, oh, Fortnite Snow Edition or some bullshit like that.
Or they
It's
add, like,
people
don't they-
buy it the fuck up.
Don't
dude.
they
So-
add? Don't they add that like a something in the middle of the game, or it's like
Yeah.
there was like a black cube for
No,
like
it'll
a,
be like an event. Like,
Yeah.
For the longest time, there was this giant comet that was just looming above.
Everybody's like,
Yeah,
what
it's like
is it?
Ready Player One kind of.
Yeah.
like in the way that they do that. It's kind of like a Ready Player One.
Well,
setup.
yeah. There's definitely.
We're definitely heading down that vein someday.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where kids would go back and be like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then you hear rumors, "Oh, the event's going to happen on Saturday," and or they do the thing that I hate, which is they leak or filter out into the ether that something that was discontinued. Like one time only, you can get this skin and this special
Yeah.
It
pickaxe
comes
or
back
whatever.
like a month later or something like that.
Exactly, and they get this rush,
Smartly,
and they're
that's-
like going, "Oh, they extended it for 2 hours." Well,
Yeah.
no shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the McDonald's McRib or something like that. It's like come on,
Oh,
that's,
damn! I want a McRib.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Red Dead's better.
Yeah, no shit.
No, it's dude. Red Dead sounds like a game like I would enjoy.
The game is.
Yeah.
I
fucking
like
shit.
story modes. I don't like go out there and kill everybody. I'm not. I want a story mode.
yeah.
That game is.
I'm
the
with you,
shit.
Dick.
I'm still on it, man. I'm still fucking gung ho on that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why you're taking
I want
naps
you-
in your truck.
I want
Yeah,
you to
I
beat
am-
that fucking thing. I just want to know what happens at the end.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm enjoying.
You might not do The Walking Dead, but you can fucking do that.
I'm doing this.
We gotta talk about that
I'm doing
this
this
week.
different than any other game, though. I'm like taking my time and enjoying it. Like I said, I'm still like-
Savoring.
yeah, I was into the hunting part of it. Now I've started fishing and stuff, and I still go through and do missions and stuff. But I like this. There's plenty of
You're
side
that
missions.
guy that will never come out of the VR.
No, yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
You will get like.
Why
they'll come
would
out-
you?
they'll
Brian
come-
will have to roll your ass over and clean your bed sores and
Yeah, it's gross.
Put a diaper.
It's fucking
Just put a diaper on him. Stuck in IV. He's good to go, man.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
that's right. You'd be like Up. No, not Up. Wally. Well,
Wally, where they're all fat laying
yeah.
there.
Everything gets served in like a cup or something like that.
Did you ever, I don't know why this popped in my head. You ever watch the old shows Sequest?
Yeah. Roy
Remember-
Scheider.
Roy Scheider was one of the last episodes. They went into the future like 2,000 years or something like that, and there was only like 2 people left on the planet, and all they did was play video games, and they never interacted.
That's awesome.
It's just I don't know. We kind of went there, so
Well, yeah, that's a scary premise. All right, so let's get into it real quick. We'll do weekend box office. Weekend box office. Let me just pull my tab up. Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of
how
Grindelwald.
did it do?
Not as good as I thought it was going to do. I mean, it did 62 million at the box
I think they
office.
were pushing for over 100.
Well, the first ones they were doing. I think some of them opened at 160.
Well, they were Harry Potter,
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
through. This is kind of I. The only thing I have against I love Harry Potter. The only thing, I just don't like where they're going with these ones. I don't. The whole point was, all right, why don't you just start with the whole Dumbledore backstory? Why do you have to go into this other guy, make him the main character with all
Yeah.
these beasts? I didn't. The other one, the first Fantastic Beast was okay, but I'm like, I don't care about this character. I don't.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit about him?
Dude, in my opinion, it's one of those things where they tried changing things up just for the sake of changing things up, and
Because you wanted to make more money, you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, I think that like the whole Seinfeld thing. It's like end why it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're gonna fire something up and make it like either totally different or like tap into what you already tapped into.
Well, that's what I mean. They should have. They were
Just like-
it seems like they're trying to build up to this ultimate thing where Grindelwald goes against Dumbledore from the
Yeah.
end, which is fine. I'm cool with that. But don't make them the side stories to this other story. That's the story. Grindelwald and Dumbledore.
I agree.
They should have started off when they were younger, maybe not Harry Potter young, but maybe in her teenage years.
Yeah, and
find out what happened between the two of them. Find out what happened to Dumbledore's sister, how she died, because that played a role into Harry Potter in the end.
And
there's a lot of meat on that bone, but you went where? I don't even know where.
You know what's real stinky too is when you press, and we always talk about this when you press like the issues. Like I was hearing stories about like the whole like Dumbledore being gay. Like that's fine. I don't care about that. But like you're bringing that up before the movie too. Like
let people figure that. Let people figure that out on their own.
That's stinky.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's like, why are we doing that?
Well,
you know what I mean? Like
I agree.
Like, okay, fine, that's fine, but like, why am I hearing about that before the movie?
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to like?
Actually, she
cater
said,
to something.
She said that years ago, actually, before the other movies.
Yeah, but like, I don't
out.
understand why it turned into like this whole thing. I'm like,
because I think it was because people during the Harry Potter movies, people were suggesting that he was.
Yeah, well,
and said she finally came out and said yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. Like, I agree with you, Nick. Just making an origin story with Dumbledore.
It would have been fine. It would have been awesome. That's what people wanted.
Yeah, it's like make it exactly it. It's like, how did he get his beginning? You know, you saw Harry go through his thing. How does Dumbledore go through his thing? And you can start with him being a young man, right?
Right.
It doesn't have to be him as 12 years old.
Right.
But you can start with him being a young man and see what that phase, because it's almost like Harry Potter ends, and yeah, they did cap it with him being older, and they put a little gray in his hair in the end of the last Harry Potter movie, but you can almost, that's almost like a footnote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what happens when Harry gets out of school and it's the 20s and 30s?
Yeah.
But you don't have to do Harry. You do Dumbledore from the 20s and 30s.
Right.
He could almost be like Indiana Jones, only with a wizarding
yeah.
word.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean?
It would have been awesome. They
Yeah,
didn't need
his
to do this.
adventures, the adventures of Dumbledore. It almost writes itself.
They
Right?
didn't, does anybody know the main character of the first movie? What's his name?
Newt.
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah.
And
Yeah.
it's weird. He has all these beasts. It's
Yeah.
stupid. Who cares?
Yeah, and I think it was one of those. It's like you try and scoop it up with both hands, and you're bound to lose a bunch of fish, right? And it's like, so I think what they were trying to do is capture the now early to mid 20s audience who fell in love with Harry Potter when they were 10, 11, 12,
Wrong
13.
move.
Right? But then also take a big hook and try and reach back because Fantastic Beast is a very childlike concept. So grab the new 12, 13, 14, 15,
Here's Jamie's point. It's wrong move.
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
kind of like Star
It's
Wars.
too
Now, I
fucking
know
greedy.
everything goes back to Star Wars with me, but the prequels were like that. They kind of like George Lucas kind of. I mean, I'm sorry, but you get the Revenge of the Sith. It should have been a rated R movie.
Yeah,
they didn't want to do it for a Star Wars movie.
It's either-
but it's supposed to be that dark. You know what I mean?
It's either do
the
it or
Empire was
don't.
evil.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's
Yeah.
like either do it or don't. Like go all in. Don't do some bullshit where you're trying to do this and
Or
do that.
cater to
Cater to certain things and try to cater to all. It's like,
they're trying to market to all.
Come
Dude,
on,
how about
man.
just market to the people that enjoyed it?
Or just-
they're in their mid-20s now.
Or just
Those
don't.
people that started looking at, they're not looking for a kiddie fucking movie. And the kids nowadays don't give a shit about that shit.
That's a good parallel, that comparison you made. Like the same thing with Star Wars, right?
'Cause that's what they did.
Those kids aren't 12 years old or 10.
And they
for
keep
me,
trying to
6
do it.
years old.
They keep Last Jedi. They keep trying to do it with that, and we beat that over with Dead Horse. And I don't want to go down that vein, but they did the same thing. They were trying to open it up to a new audience.
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to do with the Last Jedi. Same thing with this, and they're killing. They don't understand that you're killing the main audience that they got you there.
Yeah.
How about try to expand on the audience?
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
agreed.
it's
Because we got kids.
my
My
thing-
kids, if I love the movie, they're going with me.
Yeah, totally. And
Duh.
they're going to dig it, you know?
And my take on it is too is like I said, the whole Jerry Seinfeld concept. I think that fucker.
We're killing the end.
No, that motherfucker. Like Seinfeld was smart in the way he did that. Now, granted, everybody can bitch about the last episode, myself included. I think that last episode
That's a
sucked.
turd.
It was a turd, but overall, he stopped while it was fucking hot.
Yeah.
He could have kept going, but he always says, he's like, dude, there's a time when you got to call it, and you should call it while it's hot.
Yeah.
I forget how he worded it, but he said, if you keep going back to it and it,
It's when you got fuck you money and you don't care anymore.
No, it has nothing to do with that, because he could have got more fuck you money.
No, that's what I mean. He had enough money.
But
He's living off dividends to this day from Seinfeld. He
Seinfeld will be in syndication forever.
But to him,
Exactly.
though, it wasn't like at the end of it, he could have, like he said, he could have made a shit ton more. But the point of it was, like, he wanted to stop while it was good for a reason, because he said if he kept on going and then it just droned on and on till it was shit, then the show, we would have looked at the past.
But you know what's funny? A lot of those comedic shows that are really big, usually really big. I'm not talking about the average one. Usually end like that. They like, look at The Big Bang. I know you two aren't huge fans. I am, but they're done this year and they're out on top. They're still considered the number one comedy. Whatever you think about the show, they're still considered the number one comedy. They're all getting paid $1 million an episode. All the actors and actresses.
But the problem with that one is, I liked Big Bang Theory. I'd say the first 4 seasons, but didn't they change up the writers and shit? And then that's when it started going to shit.
Hey, dude.
Like, it's still it was no Modern Family, is what I'm saying. Modern Family.
I disagree with that. See, in my point of view, I think Modern Family is a different uniqueness to it, because it's the first comedy that's
way
ever
smart comedy. Right?
Oh no, totally. I'm not saying that. I just saying when you compare it audience to audience, Big Bang still draws in more.
Hey, I just got to say something. I'm glad you guys are back. I'm sitting here and I noticed my mouth is shut, which is rare, right?
Yeah, very rare.
Very rare. And I'm listening to you guys go back and forth, and I'm just listening. Anyway, no, I agree with you, man. I think I agree with you. You go out on top. You don't let it die a miserable death.
Like the Fantastic Beasts thing. It's like, if you're going to come out with shit with like that, like, you should probably like consult somebody that's not in it for the fucking money.
And you know what I think they do?
I
think they're just looking at the wrong people.
No, well, my thing is like, I would have rather you have done Harry Potter, and then if you're going to come out with some shit that's going to like ruin the rest of it, just don't even fucking come out with it. Same thing with Star Wars. If you're going to fucking come out with some shit that's going to, like, he did it kind of before with like the prequels too.
Yeah.
Why don't you come out with like the shit that like is going to be good? Like, if you're going to do some like side things like Rogue One or something like that, I'm on. That was,
and it was dark. It was a little dark.
That was the shit.
That's what it should be.
Even Solo. But if you're going to come out with some fucking bullshit like you did, I'd much rather you just not.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of ruining the whole thing for me.
Totally.
You're ruining the lore.
Yeah,
totally agree.
And the audiences are a lot more sophisticated, even in the past
Ghostbusters.
10 years.
That's the other one. It's
that was bad.
You know what I mean? It's like, you look at it, you're like,
I heard a rumor about Ghostbusters.
I heard a rumor too, but
I think they're going to do a Ghostbusters 3 with the original cast.
The original cast, obviously, without Harold Ramis. And then somebody made the joke they're going to chase around Harold Ramis' ghost. That'd be hilarious.
Dude, and that's I don't think
he would think it was funny.
I don't think that's disrespectful.
No,
I
it's
think he would be
fucking
like,
funny.
good on you.
But back to the
But
point.
you know, somebody would complain about that.
Of course.
You're absolutely right. They just, I don't see, we always compare everything to Marvel nowadays.
Sure.
Because they're doing it right. And they're doing what, they're not trying to conform, at least because there's one guy controlling everything. He's not trying to conform to what he thinks, what's going to grab new customers. He's just putting something out there that he knows, growing up loving comic books his whole life as a middle-aged man, what he would like.
Yeah.
And that's what all these other organizations are missing. The people that love these things when they were little, that made them popular when they were little, are middle-aged now and older. Yeah. So why are you trying to change it to a kid-like story?
No, I'm with you. And they did it with Lord of the Rings, too, with that fucking Hobbit shit. I mean, that was like, it's like, dude.
They could have did one movie and been done.
Yeah, exactly. Lord of the Rings was...
Or two, maybe two.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings was great, obviously. Dude, I fucking love that movie.
Still watch it.
They came out The Hobbit, and it's like,
I enjoyed The Hobbit because I'm fucked with any of that.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate The Hobbit, any of the movies.
But you could have done without it.
Yeah, I didn't need it.
I don't know if I could have done without it.
I didn't need it. I really didn't.
I'm not one that's going to look at that objectively though, because I'm in love with that whole, like, I remember the opening scene to the first movie, and then showcasing the Dwarven Kingdom, and plucking plucking gems out of the wall. And
okay, fine, but then they put 2 more out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They really stretched it out.
Yeah.
And
because it was a money grab. And it's the same thing what we're talking about all here.
Totally.
They're just trying to stretch everything out to grab new viewerships. What they don't understand is you're hurting the base. The base is the reason why you got here. And when you're hurting the base ain't going to take their kids to go see something. Yeah. I wanted to see Grindelwald.
Dude,
I'm thinking maybe I'll just wait.
We can segue into something that I really don't know that much about, but I hear a lot of people talking about it. I hear a lot of shit on The Walking Dead.
I did want to talk about that.
But okay,
before we go there, though, real quick, let's put a bow on this Harry Potter thing. So the Harry Potter fans, they weren't the same fans that grew up with Star Wars. This is their Star Wars.
It is,
right, and their fandom is hardcore.
There's people with tattoos all over the body. I ran into a girl at the Giant like a year ago.
Well, the veterinarian.
She was hot as shit. Tattoos all over her body. Harry Voldemort on one arm.
Son.
I'm like, holy shit, you're fucking hot. And I tried to talk to her. She's just like, no. I'm like, all right. But I'm married anyway. So.
She wasn't checking out your wand.
Yeah, it's not the elder one, I'm sure.
P.I. erectus.
Yeah.
But I was looking forward to this. I thought they were going to go into a. Let's face it, I'm going to watch it. I heard that one thing, though, is that from a friend of Cindy's who watched it, said that he saw it last night. He said his summation was there was a lot of filler for what looks like a setup for the next movie.
The between not Voldemort, Grindelwald and Dumbledore.
And I like the idea of this. I mean, they, Johnny Depp, as wacky as he is with some of his shenanigans, he's still a presence on screen.
He's a shit, dude.
He's cool as fuck, right?
He's like a pale face and all that.
Yeah, and it's like he just like the way he's carrying himself. And
I like him.
Voldemort's mother's supposed to be in it. She's supposed to be that Asian-looking lady or something like that.
Oh, really? Well, they're saying isn't the guy that's isn't one of the characters supposed to be the young Voldemort?
I don't know that. That'd be too early for Voldemort, wouldn't it be?
I don't know. I can't remember. It's Ezra Miller who played the Flash. That's who they're. Well, I haven't seen the movie. So
no, that's not Voldemort. That's not because Voldemort was discovered by Dumbledore when he was already a professor. Ezra Miller wasn't. Boy, when you watch the Harry Potter movies, the last one of the last ones, I think it was 6. You find out Dumbledore's the reason why he found Voldemort, Tom Riddle, when he was a boy.
Okay. All right. So then that was probably something I hit.
And Ezra Miller, I can't stand that guy. So he's
well, he kind of plays
How do you really feel?
Yeah.
God, when you showed me that fucking picture of what he wore to Comic-Con, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Dude, did you guys hear about like Johnny Depp being broke?
Yes.
Dude, you know what his somewhat amassed fortune was worth? Like,
did that chick take it?
No. This is just him having this
lavish lifestyle,
like addictive spending habits. Dude, they said that part of his like I wrote it down. Where is it? Or I got it down here. It was part of his $8.7 billion fortune is almost gone.
On what though? Didn't he buy an island or something?
Well,
like that?
He's got $1.4 billion on more than a dozen residences. He's got $40 million.
Well, it's not gone.
Hey, when life's bad,
he could sell the residences and may have money.
I'm sorry, $4 billion.
When life's bad, just think you could be Johnny Depp's accountant.
Yeah.
But
that's a bad day.
They always
paid
say
$5 million to shoot Hunter S. Thompson's ashes out of a cannon.
Why?
He did Fear and Loathing, that movie Fear and Loathing.
Yeah, but why to go that far?
Because he's a nutbag.
Yeah, but if he owns all those residences, he's not totally broke. He could sell them and still have money.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that it's not about. It's about the buying.
Yeah, why does he need 25 residences?
Yeah, they're saying like he spends like $12 million a month.
What?
It's bananas.
Well,
he is bananas.
Well, you could look at it that way. And like, how old is he now?
He's like 40 something.
In his late 40s, I think.
Shit, he's still young.
I'm
just saying though, he's not going to look back on his life.
He's 54. Sorry.
He's not going to look back on his life and be like, that sucked. You know what I mean? He had a good time. I mean, fuck.
Dude, he's got a ridiculous wine habit too.
Well, think about it. It's just like,
Dude, wouldn't you? If you, everything else aside, I would be doing.
I mean, I would.
If I was that rich, I'd be like, well,
I
give me the
wouldn't
best
piss.
wine,
I
give me
wouldn't
the
piss
best
through it
beer.
like
Yeah.
that either. But I'm just saying, like, he's having a good fucking time.
Yeah, the thing
Fuck
that
it.
I
He
don't,
probably don't even care.
I don't think he does. I think he's just like make it happen. Like,
And
he just-
he probably spends a ton of money on his friends.
oh, I'm sure.
Probably like, here's
He does actually.
$10,000.
He buys lavish gifts for people. Like,
Fucking, I need to be
ridiculous.
Johnny Depp's friend, man.
Right?
Come on, dude. Come on to Nick, John, and Jamie's show. Be a guest.
Yeah.
He's like,
You guys need a new studio. Yeah, we do.
Nick wants to buy some sleep, please.
Yeah. I'll take that to go.
I need a nanny.
Yeah.
Preferably hot and Swedish. But it just blows my mind. Like, he's an actor.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like, he's not Warren Buffett.
He's not the first one that's done that either, by the way.
Plenty of act. Nicolas Cage is broke.
Well, it's not even actors.
And now he's
musicians.
so
musicians
broke
are
he does B
notorious.
movies.
What's that?
Nicolas Cage is so broke he has to go as far as doing B movies.
He's making a lot of shit movies on
At
Netflix,
least,
man.
At least Johnny Depp hasn't
Listen,
done that yet.
I don't think money has conned him into doing shit movies. Let's be honest. Because when he did have money, he was still doing some shit movies.
No, he did some good movies though.
He did some good movies, but he did a lot of stinkers, dude.
Oh, he did. Well, he's always been that guy.
Yeah.
He was going to be Superman.
Money has
for a while.
nothing to do
Could you
with it, is
imagine
my
him as
point.
Superman? He was that close to becoming Superman.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm showing my fingers, like thumb and one of the fingers together.
Well, dude, he
Well,
did.
they had Ben Affleck as Batman, so fuck it.
Oh, yeah. But
I like
they
Ben
did,
Affleck
that was
as
in the
Batman.
90s,
Stop.
right?
Nah.
Yeah, it was going to be late 90s.
They did a documentary. The guy John.
Yeah, you saw him in his suit? Did you see him in his suit? It looks so weird.
It was terrible.
Well, instead, he turned into Ghost Rider. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yikes. Yeah.
Oh, so you know what? I got the article up, and they run down the list of, to your point, Jamie, people that are blowing their wad, and it's Larry King, Tony Braxton.
Larry King blew it on his
King?
wives, though. He blew it on his wives.
Yeah, that's right. He had like a shit ton of divorces.
He always cheats on them and shit all the time. Why
Yeah.
get married, dude?
Yeah, in 1978, he owed $4.8 million to creditors and $191,000 in gambling debts. Ooh yeah.
Yeah, damn.
And then people bust on 50 cents, but they're like, yeah, 50 cent. He's worth about 50 cents.
Yeah.
But then they mentioned Nicolas Cage too. They said reckless spending habits, and however led him to losing the bulk of his fortune in 2009. Cage sued his former business manager for $273 million, claiming it led them towards financial ruin. Yeah, I don't know. To each his own, I guess. I just think I'd be a little bit more frugal.
Yeah, I would be, but I'm just saying, like, some people don't, like, in Johnny Depp's case, it's not like he doesn't give a fuck, and he's probably having a good time.
No, but the
Yeah,
only one
yeah.
thing
I think that's what it comes down to.
I'll be straight up with you.
But I think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's a little bit of a sickness.
It has
Yeah,
to
I'm
be.
sure.
Because a lot of times with those famous people, they give you shit for free just for doing stuff at their stores or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, Johnny Depp's staying here, so we'll comp you tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
the best room, you know what I mean? Just so we can you at least market it with us, show your face. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just free money. So if he's blowing that much money, he's blowing that much money probably because of his
They
sickness.
talk about like the gift bags too that they get at like shows. Like
dude,
you get like
ridiculous.
ridiculous shit. It's like, hey, here's like an iPad. Here's a 75-inch TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a
Here's a
Rolex.
diamond necklace. Go
Yeah.
fuck ahead, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfathomable to me. That
Your
type of
bedazzled
lifestyle.
iPhone X.
Yeah,
It's not,
with
it's
real
a
jewels.
It's a different reality when you have almost fuck you money where you don't have to worry about the cost of anything you do.
Yeah. Did you hear that someone didn't? No one's claimed the $1.5 billion in South Carolina.
What?
Yeah, I'm almost positive that's what I saw.
I probably lost a ticket or something.
Oh, and the floods, maybe, or whatever.
Nah, well, they probably the one lady with the Powerball, she left the ticket in her friend's car, and it was on the floor, and like it could have blown out easily, but she went back and got it.
Oh, this was the Mega Millions, $1.5 billion Mega Millions jackpot, still unclaimed.
But the Powerball, the lady that claimed that.
to that point, I'm sorry. Everybody says you shouldn't claim it, especially someone that's big, until you have all your ducks in a row.
Yeah, you got to incorporate. You got to make sure that you got to shelter yourself.
Because that's $1 billion. You're not talking about winning $2 million. I mean, even then, you probably should look. You're winning $1 billion. People are going to come out of the fucking woodwork. People are going to try to con you out of that money. You got to make sure you're investing it right, putting in the right.
Yeah,
and
you got to go into a level of anonymity, right? You got to pay to be hidden.
Yeah,
because motherfuckers will come out of the woodwork.
So I mean, they or she might have the car, the ticket, signed it, just are organizing their finances in private.
Yeah.
You know?
They might not be ready to poke their head up.
Or worst case scenario, they lost the fucking ticket. And that would suck.
Well, then if you lost the ticket...
What a kick in the balls, dude.
Well, first of all, whoever remembers their numbers? The only time I remember...
Not if it's a quick pick.
If it's a quick pick and I don't remember the numbers, then it's usually just if I watch the next day and if it's like, oh, they won in Pennsylvania, then I'm like, all right, check out my ticket. They don't win in Pennsylvania. I'm like, fuck.
First thing I would get, man, is platinum fronts.
Fuck, dude.
No, first thing I would get. Oh man, I don't even know. I don't even know what would you do? 1.5 billion.
After
taxes,
I'd buy a week's worth.
It's 900. It's close to 900 million.
I'd buy a week's worth of time and watch Walking Dead. Just tell everybody to fuck off for a week.
I'd buy you a snowblower.
I got one. We're good.
Okay, good.
I was thinking fruit boots for him, but it won't go there.
We could all fruit boot.
I bronze
with no embarrassment.
Dedicated to Nick.
All right, so we barely got through the.
I'd Photoshop you with some like real short shorts, shirt off.
See, that's
Photoshop
a
him.
That's
You
like
don't
a
have
whole
to Photoshop
Yeah,
it. You just
he's-
pay him $1 million and be
actually
like,
do it.
you have to follow
Fuck
me
yeah,
around
do it.
in that outfit and a
Venice
shirt.
Beach with high socks, the whole
Done.
nine, dude.
Done. You giving me $1 million? Done.
The whole
Dude,
nine.
there
Dude.
is
The
this-
big headphones.
Oh yeah, hell
Dude,
yeah.
there was this kid, this Spanish kid I worked with at Home Depot, another Home Depot story, years ago. And the question, it was like a conversation starter. It was an icebreaker. I would be like, what would you do? What would be the most that you would do for $1 million? And I would be like, and we'd go back and forth. And I said to him, I was like, would you cut your pinky toe off? And he goes, yeah, hell yeah. I was like, really? I was like, how about your thumb, dude? He goes, fuck yeah. I was like,
I wouldn't cut off the thumb.
I was like, dude, seriously?
Nah, not the
And
thumb.
so I'm up in the ante because he's like answering like this is like, and the conviction on his face is real. And I said, would you take it in the pooper? And he goes, John, I'd be backing into that shit. Are you kidding me? For $1 million?
Yeah, we always talk about that at work as sucking dick for $1 million. And I was like,
I think every guy's had those conversations.
I was like,
buddies.
fuck yeah, dude. I was like, yo, give me that fucking briefcase, son. I'm on it, dude. I was like, is Uncle Sam going to be watching? You know what I'm saying? Jerking off in the corner.
He'd be like, hey, I can pay for a lot of therapy.
Fuck it, dude. That's what I'm saying. I could be a fucked up millionaire. You know what I mean? Whatever.
It's got to be tax free. None of that $500,000.
That's what I'm saying. Uncle Sam, is he watching, jerking off in the corner? Ready to tax that dick sucker, motherfucker. Like, hey,
joke?
you get that dick, motherfucker. I'm going to give it to you again.
What was that joke? He's like, there's Joe the bricklayer laying bricks. He's Joe the bricklayer. You suck one cock.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're Joe the cock.
Yeah. It's fine. Me, call me whatever you want.
So, all right, let's round out this top 5 weekend box office. So, Dr. Seuss, The Grinch, the new animated film that we were talking
I
about.
think
a
we're
couple
taking
weeks
the
ago.
kids this weekend, so I'll let you know on that.
It's getting good reviews. man.
I tell you, I see the commercials for it. It looks kind of funny.
Yeah, it's made back its money and then some. I mean, $75
What's
million.
your critic review on it? Just
I don't
tomato
know what it
meter.
did. I don't know what it did tomato meter wise, but the Grinch review. Yeah, it's got 57% on Rotten, 3 out of 5 on.
Yeah, it surprised me. I thought it would have got at least 60 or 70.
Yeah,
Is that audience or fucking the jack off?
audience is 88%.
Yeah, that's what I think. So that's what I'm going to take.
Yeah,
The fucking tomato fuckheads. I don't give a shit. 57%. Okay.
so maybe the crimes.
Yeah,
of Pickleball are good. then.
it sounds like they didn't lobby. So okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody is number 3 with $16 million. Instant Family, the Mark Wahlberg movie. That's a $14 million.
Somebody said that was pretty good. I don't know if it's true.
Instant Family?
Yeah.
He's just a sucky actor, man.
Wahlberg? Yeah, of course he is.
Terrible. Like I just saw Daddy's Home 2.
I liked him in
Ted.
the Scorsese movie.
Teddy was good.
And Ted.
What Scorsese?
Oh, I know the one with with Jack Nicholson. Departed. Yeah.
Yeah, Departed. Yeah, he was good.
Seriously,
You're
guys,
right, he was
listen to
good.
me. I'm in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Sorry, Nick.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm sure.
I thought Italian Job was good too.
But
That's because Charlize Theron was in
yeah,
it.
right. But really, he doesn't really change his persona.
It's terrible.
He doesn't. Like Dick Cheney.
Now we're talking.
Dick Cheney coming up. What's his face?
Oh my God!
He
dude,
might
Christian
be.
Bale.
They're talking about he's going to be leading for the Oscar this year for
Dude,
that.
that trailer is amazing.
Isn't it, dude? Did you see the trailer for
Yeah,
Dick Cheney yet? Oh, blew. I didn't even know it was him. It blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, he's got the whole cock, like his chin jutted out.
He
and
Daniel
everything.
Day-Lewis the shit out of that.
Yeah,
motherfucker. He Daniel Day-Lewis the fuck out of that.
No,
give
or
him
Gary
props.
Oldman the fuck out
Yeah.
of that too. Yeah, there's a handful of actors that could just transform their whole persona. Yeah. So, and then what's rounding out the top 5? Again, we're doing 5 instead of 10. Is Widows. That's the one.
That got good reviews, though.
Yeah, I
it
heard it got
really
good
did.
reviews.
I don't know how. I didn't hear anybody watch it.
It's an
yet.
interesting premise, you know. A bunch of bank robbers, they get shot down, and then their wives have to sort of take on the mantle.
Good actresses in it. Too.
Yeah, I think Viola Davis is the lead on it. She's
Yeah.
amazing. But yeah, that's rounded out to top 10 or top 5. The only thing out of all those that I really want to see is probably it's Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, that's all I really want to say.
Yeah, I don't have an overwhelming desire.
I
And
still-
that's kind of lukewarm interest. Too.
But yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, if I didn't have the situation I'm in, I probably would have saw the Fantastic Beasts. I probably would have called one of you assholes up and be like, let's go. But
Dude, we're gonna bail you out one of these days, and we're gonna have Cindy come over and pinch hit for you,
done.
and you and I can escape.
But I do want to talk about what he was bringing up, The Walking Dead. I'm surprised that you brought it up.
Go ahead.
But how do you feel about this season so far?
So I was ready to hate on this season. I was ready.
So was I.
Not so much. I guess hate's too strong a word, but I was ready to be real indifferent about this season. Like, and it's kind of showed because I'm not caught up yet. But the first 2 episodes that I saw
Since Rick left?
since Rick left, I was cool with.
I like the jump.
I thought they were good.
I like the time jump. I needed
Me
a
too.
time jump because it was getting like, how much can you be doing with this?
Yeah.
And then you know what's going on with Rick too, right?
Well, how he flew off, I didn't know if they.
They're going to be making movies,
Oh yeah. I did hear
offshoot
about
movies
that.
with him. It's going to take place in the Walking Dead time frame,
Mm-hmm.
but wherever that helicopter takes him, they're not going to associate with the towns in the
Yeah.
Alexandria, Hilltop. But maybe later will. They're not ruling that out, but he's going to do like 1 or 2 movies.
Dude, he just
next
went-
year it's supposed to come out.
He just went from $1 million an episode to like probably $10-20 million
Oh
for
yeah,
a movie.
Rick Grimes, man. I'll see that movie. It's
Yeah.
going to be on AMC though. They're not going to like put it.
Oh, it's
on.
not out in the theaters.
I don't think it's going to be a theater
Well,
movie.
then maybe it's not as much as I thought it was going to be.
He'll still get 5.
Yeah, he's going to
probably.
make bank.
And then he won't have to work half as much.
True.
It's Rick Grimes, man. I'm
They'll
fucking
be in
dude.
Toronto instead of.
And it's
Georgia.
only going to be for 3 months, not 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sold, dude. Yeah, my fucking money.
I hope they do it right, man.
But I do like the time jump.
Yeah, me too. I like to. Again, I thought it was going to be something I was ready to
You
shit
didn't
on.
see last week, so
No, I didn't.
Something's
Something's fucked up with my DVR, man.
Oh, really? Gotta call Comcast or whoever.
No, I think it's just my wife deleted it by accident.
I think they're going to get into what I read this online before I even saw the episode, so it's like I'm not spoiling too much in the episode. They're starting I don't know if I like this or not. They're going to get into where the dead are starting to
Oh, I saw that.
they're starting to communicate
Yes.
with each other somehow.
Yeah.
So they're evolving to a degree, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. Well, I'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, the part that I saw in the trailer was the one
They're
zombie
circling. and
Well,
you're-
there was that, and the one zombie was like, it said something like, "Where are they?" Like, and so it vocalized
Yeah.
something to the rest of the herd.
yeah, I don't know.
Which You got to do something, man. You got to keep it interesting, and it was losing my interest.
But I still think they should start hinting towards
A cure.
or some ending.
Yeah,
You're getting
something.
into 10 seasons. I mean, to Jamie's point earlier, at some point these fucking things got to end.
Not even an ending. How about this? How did it all start?
Yeah, that's true. Where did it come from? Did our bodies just naturally, like something in our bodies, like it was a ticking time bomb through time that it automatically snapped, and our genome will not allow us to keep going? Or who knows? I don't know. But it's like we go to Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones has an ending.
Yeah.
And that's part of the excitement of it all, because we knew going after the second season, we're getting all hyped up. You know, you're thinking, oh, there's a fucking ending. Who's going to be king? Who's going to destroy who's going to be
Dude, and
whatever.
The tempo on Game of Thrones is like they turn it around just when you're ready to be like, I can't take this anymore. I can't take the good guys getting the shit kicked out of them over and over and over again. And then they go just when you're at your threshold of tolerance, you know, they go,
Let's throw you a bone.
we're going to throw you a bone. Yeah,
Let's throw you a
exactly.
bone. But then
we'll kill Joffrey. Shit, spoiler.
Yeah.
Fuck you if you didn't watch Game of Thrones.
or they focus on the young Stark girl for like 5 episodes, for like half a season on her being in whatever, I forget the town that she was in.
Yeah.
Being the faceless god. It's like, what the fuck does this mean to anything? Then the next season, she goes to Walter Frey and kills the whole fucking lot of them.
Brilliant.
And we're all like jerking off. Oh my God, that was a great episode.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But if you didn't have the backstory, that would have meant nothing to us.
Yes.
Where are my sons? It's like, they're in there, sir. And the pot,
And then she takes his face and kills the rest of them.
brilliant, man. That's the payoff. That's like,
Yeah, right?
cigarette.
But getting to that point is like, they just do it so right.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's fantastic. So, in other news, so have you guys seen the new trailer for the Deadpool Christmas special?
You sent it.
That's
So
right, I did
fucking
send it
funny.
to you.
You know what that was relating to, right?
It was Princess Bride.
Right, yes. It was so funny. I'm like, great. And then he starts like, you're not really Marvel. You're Fox Associated Marvel or something like that.
And he goes, it's kind of like the Beatles, only produced by Nickelback.
Yes, I lost it. I was like, that's hilarious.
And Ryan Reynolds is like, you were nicer when you were younger.
He goes, I'm not young, asshole. Well, I didn't say asshole because it's PG-13, but it's funny.
But that was brilliant. I mean, that's that clever. I mean, that's Ryan Reynolds, man. I'm sure he's got a team of collaborators, but you could hear his voice even in Fred Savage's dialogue.
Yeah.
You know,
The fact that they went to the Fred Savage was
Brilliant.
genius.
ties him down
Did you
like
see it,
misery.
Jamie?
Yeah, I saw part of it.
Oh, it's so genius.
It's so much fun.
I wonder if Disney's going to hold true to the Deadpool rated R.
What do you mean?
January 1st. Well, they're taking that, right? They're taking Deadpool.
Marvel and Disney. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, why
Disney-
wouldn't they? Are you kidding me? It's
Well,
a
Disney
juggernaut.
doesn't do rated R shit.
They're gonna have to change it up, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Business model's gonna change up a little bit.
You would hope.
Yeah.
You would
Well,
hope.
they're gonna have two. I think they're gonna split it up into two separate entities.
Well, Feige's going to have control of both.
No, I'm saying like as far as like, yeah, it's Disney, but they're gonna have like some other fucking
Kind of like how DC has like a
like-
Vertigo.
yes, yeah, or
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean, like
I don't think they're going to do that. I think there might be like the X-Men universe and then the Avengers universe, and sometimes they'll probably cross over a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to. I think Feige's going to be the guy that controls it all.
No,
he might have like
no, I'm not
he
talking-
might have a director
I'm not
over
talking
this
about
one and
that.
a director over this one.
Yeah.
But he's the guy that makes the ultimate
yeah,
decisions.
no, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
that. I'm talking about like business entity wise. Like they're gonna do like it'll all obviously be Disney, but I think they're gonna like split it so that like you know that like we are still moral. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I
that's
think they're gonna
bullshit.
do like this is Disney, and then this is our like other company.
I don't
Still
think
Disney.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Oh fuck yeah!
They're
I think
spending that much money. I think Disney wants their name stamped up in front.
I don't think they still want. I think they want to touch like the rated R stuff, but they don't want to touch it. Like they want to
they
touch it so
haven't-
they get the money from it.
They haven't. You're right. They haven't. Everything that's been Marvel says Marvel up Front Street. They don't go unless I'm mistaken. I haven't seen the Disney castle appear before the Marvel.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it. Like
You're
like,
right. I actually it hasn't.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So I think
Big
that's
Bob knows what's up. You know what I mean? He's not an idiot.
I kind of think they're going to stick with the guidelines for which has already worked.
Well, they have. So for the Marvel properties that have done crazy numbers that were R-rated, 2 Deadpool movies and a Wolverine movie.
The fucking Logan movie.
Yeah, but they were all Fox Marvel, right?
I know, but money talks, man.
That's what I mean. I think if it's working, obviously that Wolverine's probably going to go away because what's his face is not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman was on Stern the other day, and he said it is done.
Dude,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
First of all, I love him.
First of all,
he is
he's
Wolverine.
50.
He is Wolverine. It's going to be tough to replace him. I think they can. I don't think whoever does it might not do quite as good, but I just think that it's going to come a point when Disney's taking this over, and it's like, especially with the Ryan Reynolds, if they want to keep going with that asset, which they should,
Of course.
you got to let them do it. But the problem with Ryan Reynolds is he likes to hold all the cards. And those, in those two
he needs
movies,
that creative direction.
and then Disney's not going to let him have that. So that's a problem.
By the way, that Hugh Jackman interview is awesome, and that's where he was actually talking about the Seinfeld thing, and that's pretty much why he ended the Wolverine thing. He said they offered him to do more, and he talked to Seinfeld about it.
No shit.
And he's like, you know what? You're right.
Get out.
He's like, I'm gonna fucking end.
Well,
I'm gonna end while it was good.
First of all,
And he ended on a high note, dude. Logan.
He did. Wolverine doesn't age that well. He doesn't age.
Nah.
So Hugh Jackman couldn't keep playing the fucking role.
He still looks pretty good, dude.
No, he looks great. He
He
looks
could have
great.
soaked up an easy 2 to 3 more movies. I think.
Probably, but they would have been
Yeah.
shit.
It would've been
But
tough.
That's what I'm saying, though, is he's smart enough, or I think more people started to need to start, especially in Hollywood, need to start thinking like that. Seinfeld and Hugh Jackman. It's like, hey, dude, it's good, but
Pass the baton.
yeah, it's like, dude, it's like you had enough. You got your taste. Don't fucking milk it.
Yeah.
Don't milk it, because it's just going to turn the rest of your stuff to shit.
Yeah.
And it
Dude,
does.
He's part of franchises that have done billions of dollars. The Logan movie alone did over $600 million.
Movie is awesome.
And then he jumped
say
right
that.
over into The Greatest Showman, which crushed.
I was starting to watch that the other day. It doesn't look bad. I got tired. Obviously, I'm busy, so
Yeah.
I didn't finish watching. But it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a musical guy.
I'm not a
I
musical
know-
guy either, but I
I didn't know he did a shitload of those in
Yeah.
the beginning of his career. I didn't.
He did Les Miserables too. Didn't
he's
he?
No,
definitely a
he's
song
done
and
that,
dance
but
man.
he was big in the theater.
Yeah, he still is. He does Broadway every once in a while.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
coming.
he's not an LA guy. He's
No,
lives in New York.
New York. But
see, the thing
coming
is,
up.
everybody thinks of him is because of Wolverine, but real reality is he.
Oh, good story about that too. When he
What?
did one of his theater plays and shit, he said like one of them, I forget which one it was, but he had to kiss a dude. He said somebody stood up and was like, "Don't kiss him, Wolverine," and he said he fucking shit his pants, like he was dying. He's like, "I can't believe Wolverine's gonna kiss him. Don't kiss him."
You know what movie he was good in? I don't know if you guys ever saw this. Was Australia.
I
With
remember
Nicole
that
Kidman?
vaguely.
It was good. They were
Yeah.
both good together. Whatever, but
He's a good
He's
actor.
amazing. Yeah, he's talented as hell, man. I saw him zoom into. This is where they're actors and they're not real superheroes, of course. But he was doing an Oprah special, and it was in an outdoor arena or a stadium or something like that. And he was on a zip line that zipped from one end of the arena onto the stage, and he came in hot.
Too hot,
and he flipped backwards and banged the back. He had to get stitches in the back of his head.
did Oprah get him a car because of it?
Well,
You got a car. You got a car.
but it was it scared the shit out of
He got offered to
everybody.
do Bond.
Did he really? I
Yeah.
didn't hear that.
Yeah, he got offered to do Bond.
Was that before Daniel Craig?
Yes.
Can't see him as Bond.
No, well, he got offered that, and he got off. Man, I wish I could fucking remember. There was another one he got offered too that was crazy, and I was like,
Damn, I got to start listening to Stern, man.
dude, he's the best interviewer out there. Hands down, he's better than anybody out there. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree with you at all.
He knows how to do an interview.
Well, and you know what? People also know when they're going on Stern. You're going to have to reveal some shit.
You
else.
better get your sleep.
Yeah, because he's just going to flat out. He's going to be gentle about it, but he'll flat out grill you.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard him in a long time. I know that what the Letterman interview that I saw, he was a lot more. It seemed like he had a wisdom about him, because I haven't listened to him in 15 years.
But he also has a lot of freedom to say and do what he wants in his interview.
Yeah.
A lot of these other people that do interviews don't have the freedom. They're happy to get people on their shows.
Sure.
And they're subjugated by the corporate setting of whatever NBC.
Yeah,
NBC.
but that's where I think, and he's done that over the course of his career.
He did. He broke
I
the
gotta ask
mold.
you. Sorry, go ahead. Shane.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
going to ask him. It's fine.
No, just real quick. What has he been saying about Les Moonves?
Oh, dude, he went off. Remember, I told you about that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, remember we talked about that?
Dude,
He
was
went
it on the
off.
show?
He went off because he never actually told the story up until that shit went down. Mm-hmm. But he's like, I never really told the story. He's like, but the guy is a complete fucking scumbag. He's like, he totally fucked me over during that whole thing.
Yeah, he's the reason why he got kicked out. He couldn't stand him.
No, well,
No, I remember you saying that.
They sued. All right, so they sued Stern.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were suing Stern. Some other guy, I forget his name, was suing Stern, like the division for the radio or whatever. Said
Yeah.
like, you're doing wrongdoing. He's like, I'm not doing anything wrong. He's like, well, let me talk to Les, because he said he knew Les on a thing. So he talked to Les, and Les was like, he didn't even know about the lawsuit. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, well, what is going on here? He asked the guy that was like suing Stern.
Who
on his
Howard
team.
Stern did.
Yeah, he's like, what did he do? And he's like, and then he's like, he obviously didn't know what was going on, and he's like, hey, you know what, Howard, we are going to go through with it. We're gonna
Fuck
go.
you, man.
But then he said Stern came up with this plan like that evening. He actually said, he's like, I got upset during that meeting. He's like, I started like crying because I was like, dude, he's like, I'm fucked. He's like, they're gonna clean me out. He's like, Stern
NBC would have done it.
Yeah, Stern, CBS.
CBS back in the day. when they had
Clear
to-
Channel or whatever. So he's like, dude, he's like, I would have been fucked because if you think about it, I was making money, but I was going to like get a lawsuit versus a corporation. They have endless amount of
resources.
lawyers and
Yeah.
resources
They're
and
all
money. He's like,
retained.
I'd have been fucked. He's like, so I came up with this 3-point plan of how to fuck him like in the media. Because one thing Les does not like is to be raked over the coals in
Bad
front
press.
of people. He does not like that.
No
more than anything.
big wig likes that.
And he said he got to the 3-tier plan, and I think the first tier was the Letterman show where he fucking raked Les through the coals, and then they called up the next day and like, all right, we're done with the lawsuit.
No shit.
Really, because he didn't want to get put out there.
Because he didn't want to put it out there. Because
Good for him, man.
Before Stern,
Well, that's what he's always done.
Stern said though,
smart.
Stern admitted, he goes, I was like upset during that meeting. He's like, I started tearing up and stuff, and then he's like, you know what? He's like, for some reason, I got my composure after I got upset, and he saw me get upset, and I could see the look in his eye. He was like, it was blood in the water. He turned to him and he goes, Les, you sure you want to do this? And he's like, before we walked out, he's like, are you sure you want to do this? Because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to fucking rake you through the coals pretty
He
much.
told him that?
Yeah, he's like,
What did Les say?
he like didn't say anything. And then he just walked out, and that was
Fucking A.
fucking game on, dude. Stern man fucking
with the bull.
Yeah, Stern man fucking raked him through the coals. And he
But
only,
see, Stern has the cachet to do something like that. He's
Yeah.
known for stuff like that. So Les should have known that trying to pull that shit on Stern wasn't going to work. It was going to backfire on him.
yeah, and
It's not like a regular entity. Stern is Howard Stern.
Well, and that's a good point, because if you think about it, like there's so the industry that I work in, the finance industry I work in, it's like there is training upon training upon training that tells you on how to mitigate vulnerability from a security breach standpoint. You know, like Target got all that credit card information stolen, and they got hosed. It was scandalous. Did Target go out of business? No, because they're worth billions and billions of dollars. Did where they lose money? Not in even the lawsuits that come after that. They can handle all that stuff. It's the reputational risk that comes associated
You
with
lose
it.
sales because people are going to stop going there.
Yeah,
They're like, well, why am I gonna
Wells
shop
Fargo's another one.
Yeah.
there? Yeah, they're hurting bad right now.
So for
They're-
the Moonves
But they're
thing,
still alive.
Oh, they're still alive. They're doing well. But what I mean compared to what they were doing.
Yeah.
So for the Moonves thing, if people talk about blood in the water, and if stockholders, shareholders get wind that you operate a certain way that's distasteful to the company, then they could get nervous and just put their money someplace else. So yeah, can you pay $150 million in a lawsuit to somebody that, if you get into some type of legal trouble as a corporate entity, yeah. Can you afford to lose billions of dollars in market value? No. And that billion is what comes with reputational risk. And if Les Moonves is as smart as he is, which I assume he is, he probably calculated that part more than just some scandal.
And it was pretty much over Stern's. Stern wanted his old material.
Yeah.
And pretty much, if they got it, all they were going to do, like if Moonves got it, or the Clear Channel got it, they were just going to flush it down the toilet, just like let it sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and Stern worked hard for that shit. You know what I mean? Like the motherfucker pioneered.
But when he signed the contract in the beginning, he didn't sign the contract for all his old rights. He just, I'm getting a show. He's like, fuck yeah.
No, wrong. He knew that beforehand. Because,
but I'm saying when he first went to CBS years and years and years ago, when he first got the job, it wasn't like he was George Lucas and took the marketing rights with him in the beginning with 20th Century Fox.
He was one of the first ones to syndicate. He was,
but the old stuff, the first couple of years, he probably didn't.
No, he made sure that
if that's the case, then what was the fight about?
Well,
if he had the rights to it, then there should have been no issue.
Well, because they said there was like some sort of loophole or some shit. Some asshole made up some like corporate loophole, and it was all hit. It was actually Stern's material.
But to your point, Nick, that happens all the time. Yeah. Like if I'm any work that I do on a company device is the company's.
Yeah.
Any intellectual property that I develop on company grounds is the company.
Did you know there's something with Pepsi? If we create our own drink while I'm working for Pepsi, I remember reading this when I first signed. I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah.
That it's property of Pepsi.
Oh yeah,
that's funny.
It's fucking stupid, right?
Yeah, you signed that shit in the beginning.
Yeah, 'cause you're like, I have a job.
Yeah,
how aware Howard was about his work,
savvy. But he was in
I'm telling you, an example is that before they had tapes, and they ran out of tape the one time, and they were going to tape over the old shows for the current ones, at some point. And Howard was like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
He's like, we're keeping these because we're going to have to we're going to use these at some point.
Yeah.
So he was savvy enough. He has every fucking show on tape.
Dude, some of the old masters, like the old painters that have where their pieces are worth tens of millions of dollars.
Beatles.
No, but I'm talking about illustrators and painters and stuff. Just because they weren't making money at the time, they'd sell it, all right, and then they would get a print or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they'd take their old canvas because they couldn't. They were like, oh well, I already made money on that. I'm going to gesso over this work and then make some more money on this reused canvas.
I got you.
And so sometimes all that exists is just these prints. But it's,
well, I was saying, look at the Beatles. Their rights to their songs are worth billions. That's how it made Michael Jackson survive for so many years. Because he bought them cheap from
they got fucking bamboozled, man.
Oh, that is horrible.
The Beatles got fucked on that deal. Almost as bad as John Fogerty. John Fogerty got fucked too.
Who?
Oh, the fucking Creedence Clearwater.
Oh yeah.
He got fucking raked.
No, I didn't know that.
That's horrible. Like when you hear that type of stuff.
You feel bad because it's like, dude, it's like your hard work.
Dude, how about every blues musician that never made a dime, and then you got
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I gotcha. But that shit was good.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Last but not least, the final Aquaman trailer hit.
I didn't see it yet.
It's a lot of the same, but there's a couple additional pieces where, like in the beginning, they show Willem Dafoe. I love Willem Dafoe, man. He's so cool.
Who's he?
I don't
remember.
He played. First time I saw him was in Platoon. He was the.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He played. He was in Spider-Man.
He's so good. Yeah, he's a good actor.
He played Green Goblin in Spider-Man.
Yeah, but he's been in other things that I liked him in.
He's great in the Wes Anderson movies too.
Yeah.
But he's in the final Aquaman trailer. You could see that he's the trainer. He's the sensei that teaches what's his name, Arthur Curry, how to be a badass. Mm-hmm. But it's really the only thing. My big takeaway with watching it does look good. It's continuing to hold up with it hasn't dipped in all the sensational stuff that's going on. But it does give you some more context. It's obviously this story of the one and only true king of Atlantis sort of coming to his own, and his brother, challenging the throne. And
I'm gonna watch it.
yeah,
Oh, I'm going to see it too. I mean, to like what you said, it's not every trailer seems like it's holding up. And,
Yeah.
and I do like who they picked, and I also like how they're portraying Aquaman, because like you guys even said, Aquaman was always kind of like.
Yeah, it's a
Pussy.
lame ass fucking.
Is it lame? But they're not making him lame. They're making him like some tough,
It's like the
badass
Green
dude.
Arrow.
yeah. He's
They,
like-
they got what's his face from Game of Thrones? What do they call him? Drago? Not
Drago, yeah.
Drago, man, that's fucking awesome.
Jason Momoa. He's got they did butch up Aquaman, and
They needed to though.
yeah, my only
I don't mind liberties if you do it in a tasteful way.
yeah, my only concern is that it looks like it's going to be pretty lame dialogue, and
Well, that's DC's
pretty
MO.
yeah, pretty lame dialogue, and a story that's it almost stinks a
Predictable.
little bit of the first. It's almost like the first, the only Avatar, the James Cameron one, like this huge spectacle of a movie, but yeah,
Yeah,
the
not
story's
much there.
The substance. Well, we'll see. I hope not. I hope they actually have some substance. Like Wonder Woman shocked me, had some substance, and the substance was old. The whole backstory was really well needed for the story.
Yes.
I think that's what DC keeps missing the boat on is
That's
to
a
have a
good
great
comparison.
movie. You have to have good backstory. You're already selling people on tickets
Fuck yeah, dude.
to go to the movies to see a Batman, to see an Iron Man. But give me the backstory. You're going to get my second ticket. You're going to get my third ticket.
Yes.
It's almost insulting at this point, though. Is like when you like give me some fucking bullshit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
like, dude, it's like, come on, man. Like, you got me, but come on, dude.
Well, it's almost like you're right. It's like, dude, haven't you seen the critics before? Like, don't you know this audience that
Yeah.
teared you to shreds
Well,
the past two,
yeah,
3
it's
movies?
2018 too. Like the internet is filled with assholes. They will throw up the deuces to you, motherfucker. They
Yeah.
give a shit.
Oh, real quick. So we talk about the internet and the geek, the nerd force is being strong. Bill Maher.
Oh, fuck him, dude. He's a
What did he
douchebag.
say? He says, I didn't read it, but he fucking dissed Lee or something like that?
Yeah.
He's just a douche. He just
He
says
is.
shit just to fucking.
I know, he's trying to get it revved
he's a
up.
fucking
But what did
hammer.
he say?
He said, so this, in this article in Variety, he said, the response comes on the heels of Maher's original post titled Adulting, which reads in part, the guy who created Spider-Man and the Hulk has died, and America is mourning, deep, deep mourning for a man who inspired millions to, I don't know, watch a movie, I guess.
Yeah, he's a fucking
What a
douchebag.
douchebag. That
He's
guy,
like Olbermann. He's like Keith
Stan Lee
Olbermann.
has inspired more people than that motherfucker will do ever in his life.
Yeah, 100%.
For him to
And
say
so
that
the
is
hate came strong.
him for that is a slap in the face.
Dude, he's a fucking
so out of touch with the regular American,
out of
not
touch
the
with
fucking
reality.
right wing politics.
Yeah.
God, he's a douche.
He's out of touch with reality.
He
He's a
really is.
All he does
his own
is
shit.
All he does is just try to like get people to like talk about him, and he says stupid shit like that. Fuck him.
He wants his own little private echo chamber of people that applaud
Yeah.
his very obvious comedy, right,
Yeah.
with a political slant.
Well, it's the same thing we said a while back, where people are just looking for sound bites now. These guys looking to, and he knew by saying that he's going to get people revved up. He's going to get his name in the media more and more. Not that it's already
Fucking-
not there, but he's going to get more people. Next time he's on TV, people are going to watch the fucking show. He'd probably just slam him.
But
Yeah.
he tries to be a Colbert or a Jon Stewart, and they were just way better, dude.
Yeah.
They were fucking way better.
Yeah.
Their writing was better. Their take was
100%.
better. You're just a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah. Stephen Colbert is quick as fuck, man.
Jon Stewart.
Oh my God. He's a
The
he's a
writing.
legend.
All the guys that came out of Jon Stewart's show.
Yeah.
Fucking, what's his name? 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah. So I knew you guys were going to chime in on that one. And,
Yeah,
what
fuck
about an
you.
hour 15? So,
Fuck Maher.
Needless to say, you can look up and see all the countless response. I mean, the internet went after him in a big way. So, and I didn't mind watching his show. So I was like,
oh, real quick, dude,
I'm out.
I totally different. Did you ever check out that show Mars I was telling you about on?
No, it's on the list, dude. I
It's so
definitely
good.
want to check it out.
It's just a cool little like. You might even like it because it adds science to a story. It's on.
It's about colonizing Mars, right?
About colonizing Mars. They do. It's like a documentary with a show built in. They
Yeah.
kind of doing the show, but they're talking about the problems you will have colonizing Mars. Then they have like people like Elon
Eyeballs
Musk,
popping out.
huh?
Total Recall.
Nothing like that.
Total Recall.
They'll tell a part of a story. Then Elon Musk will they'll have an interview with him in the middle, and they'll talk to him about like landing spaceships on Mars. What will be the problems, or having some like physicists talk about stuff.
Fuck
Then
yeah,
they'll go back to their little story. There are some actresses and actresses not well known, but if you've seen them in other things, you'll know who they are.
Yeah.
That are playing along with the story. It's kind of cool.
That's awesome. I'll definitely check it out. So it's Mars. What's it on?
Hey, what the hell's
Discovery?
Discovery.
I'll check it out. They did Vikings too, right?
Yeah.
I heard that was decent.
That's a good show.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up. So thank you everybody for joining us for this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. And please be sure to subscribe. We like the likes, but subscriptions are better to our show on iTunes and Google Play. And we're on Stitcher and Spotify and YouTube and all kinds of other different places. But those are the main places to find the show. And if you're really digging the show, give us a kind word and maybe even a 5-star review. You can also follow us on Twitter at NJJ Show, Instagram at NJJ Show, or if you're on the Facebooks, we post there from time to time. You can follow us. Just give a search for the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. Thanks again, everybody, and have an awesome week.